Hello, my name is Stephen Ikebude. I welcome you to this episode of the Stephen Ikebude Show. This is not just any other episode. It is a continuation of different other parts of a series of episodes with these guests that I'm going to introduce here. So if you have just come across this particular video, have it in mind that there are other parts of this video that you need to see, because the different context of the conversation that I've had with this current guest is not something that would have been put in one video. It would have been too long for my audience. So I decided to have them in different parts. So the different part of this series will be put as different videos attached to YouTube towards the end screen, or then put as links inside of the comment section. So if you come across this, check the others, because they amplify a different kind of migration story with a guest that is packed with enough to tell us. So I made it easier for you and for myself to make sure that no context is lost or nothing is made in a lengthy form that will not be able to consume all, making sure that no stone is left unturned. So joining us on today's conversation on this particular part of this episode is Loco, Emmanuel, the one God is with us. The only person I call Obere Chukwu.
Thank you so much.
You are a kind, a rarity of a breed.
Thank you so much. The opportunity. It's a great one.
No, it's, if you thank me, then it's a misplacement, because I owe you that doxology. I owe you that praise. I owe you that thank. I can tell you from the experience I have had. You know how the Stephen Ikebude Show started. You know where we are right now. And nobody has played, to the best of my knowledge, the unique kind of contribution you have played to advance what we do here on the show. So, aside from all that you do behind the scene, to be seated on this chair, after you have dedicated this studio and decided to make parts of a lengthy episode, there is no other way I can say this than to say thank you for the lot. My prayer for you and the blessing I wish you is that your energy shall be unfailing.
Amen.
You are welcome.
Amen.
You are welcome.
Amen.
I am going to dedicate my questions with you on this particular part will be purely about the ground that our legs are on. Finland, the land of Suomi, the happiest country in the world. Are you happy in this country?
You see us smiling one way. So it's obvious. It's obvious.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Please, for the sake of clarity, let us have your name, where you are from, and what you are doing here in this beautiful country.
All right. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Stephen Ikebude, the inventor.
See packaging.
Yes. the host and the owner of the studio.
Akobije.
In Igbo language, Igbo tribe of Nigeria. And Stephen Ikebude Show.
Yes.
Stephen Ikebude Studio.
Yes.
I will give all the thanks and praises to God. You were thanking me, but I will take it to the owner of everything. You won't understand the reason I said it's a privilege. People are filled with words looking for where to pour them. A certain taxi driver told me that whenever he carries a passenger from a certain race, they talk to him one way because that is the only space where they vent, they offload. So thank you so much. Meanwhile, my name is Emmanuel Chigbo. I am a Nigerian. A wonderful town called Awka, one of the happiest towns in Nigeria, just like Finland is the happiest country in the world. Awka is in Anambra State, Nigeria. Southeast.
Yes.
Part of Nigeria. And I'm glad to be hosted today. A special day in between a beautiful season of Easter,
Yes.
2026.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Ikebude, once again.
You mentioned that Awka is the happiest town.
Yes.
It means that there is a big community of people from Awka. Awka is the capital city or part of Anambra State. And anybody that is from Anambra will tell you that you don't get to Awka and not feel the energy there. So in that energy and vibe, in 1 minute, say hello in your native language to those people who are from Awka. And those who are not from Awka to hear, the sound of your nativity.
Thank you so much. Awka mumeke nemun. Awka mumeke nemun. Onwa unu mushieke. Emmanuel Chigbo. Benwo reje no muzo choka. When I say Awka kachane. Awka muono. Awka zuono. Awka buluno.
Thank you.
And the response is he say same as amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
We're here in Finland.
Yes.
When did we know in the last episode, or in the other parts we've had, you told us that you spent 17 years in South Africa.
Yes.
When did you actually enter Finland?
I came into Finland in 2022.
Okay.
I'm still a very freshman.
2022 to now, that's 4 years in Finland.
Very fresh.
What brought you to Finland?
I should say the search. I will call it, I will just say search.
Search for?
That's what I needed to hear from you. Settlement as a package. When you are settled somewhere in your head, but you are not settled with the people that you should settle with, you have not settled. So number one, family. That is the package that makes it full.
You came to join your family.
Yes. And when you find yourself in that complete package, you don't need any advice or anybody's approval to continue to look for the greener pasture. Because you guys will not live empty, especially in a country like Finland. Finally, that thing or those things that made Finland the happiest country was the propelling force. Search.
What are the things, now that you mentioned it, from your 4 years of living here? Finland has been the happiest country many, many years before you came. And they continue to be right now for the 9th time.
Yeah.
So you have had 4 years of experiencing this. In your own opinion, what are those things you have seen that has amounted to why Finland won this title?
In the first or the second one of the previous episodes, I mentioned something about going to school.
Yes.
In South Africa.
Yes.
But I couldn't finish because of distractions.
Okay.
I didn't mention the distractions, but I think this is a platform where I will open up. Searching for greener pasture, not being settled. Distraction, big one. paying for the studies is another one. So number one thing that welcomed me in Finland is free education that I got.
Wow.
I have at the moment I have 3 certificates.
Already in 4 years.
Yes.
Wait. Okay, you go on. I will try not to cut. But
Did I say 3?
But 3 certificates in 4 years is a lot.
The reason I said it's actually 4, but I said 3 because 2 came from the same course package.
Okay.
And then the second one, free of charge. Not just that I went to school. I was in the school and I was being fed. Like, I will go to school. After a period of time, you will go have coffee. You go back, study a bit again, come out, go for a buffet. Not just go sit down and they give you food. You go for a buffet, there's food. You eat what you want. If you are not full, go back. Eat food. That is food time, not study time. After then, you go back to class. After a while, you have another coffee break.
All of this for free.
For free. All they needed from you is punctuality and seriousness. So the first stage helped me get into the second stage and got it better and faster against the duration. So breaking it down, that first part was beautiful because it was the preparatory stage. And then it gave me the other one that I just mentioned that should be about 2 years and 8 months. But if I remove the holidays and so on and so forth in it, I would say I didn't even do the course for 1 year.
So studies was the first thing that you saw that made the country happy.
That is one. Free
Education. The second one.
The second one is security.
The third one, if there is.
Health.
Wow. Fourth.
Clean environment.
Fifth. No, because I love the way you're coming with it.
Okay. Orderliness.
Orderliness. Things are in sixth.
Focus.
Focus.
Focus in 2 different ways.
No, I am going to quote Ayola Gold.
Okay.
I call him AYQ Kuluta. One of the things I take away from that episode with him, episode 24 of the Diary of a Migrant, it just got published yesterday, being the 3rd of April. If you have not seen that video, please go and see it. Ayola Gold poured out his heart. Go and see it. He mentioned focus, his own timeline. Not timeline, sorry. His own tagline is focus on your focus. So go ahead. Yeah. So when you mention focus, it hits me immediately.
Which means the focus, yes. No matter how, every other thing can just be
focus on your focus.
Yeah.
So that is that's like number 6. Orderliness that helps focus. Do you have a number 7? Why Finland is there?
I'm still on. I'm still counting. Movement.
In what sense?
Transportation. Road networking.
Where do you live?
Right now, I live in Helsinki.
Okay. Now I see why you mentioned transportation, road network. Yes.
Even coming to this place, how did we go? Whatever has to do with time is just the promptness. I had, which we are. I had a conversation a while ago with you regarding time and how people manage time and so on and so forth. Before we arrived, when I say we, I came with my family actually, because I won't leave them behind. If you remember from the beginning of this episode, I said I was searching for a full package.
You know, you left us hanging in the last episode last part of our discussion. that you had a Southern African woman.
Yes, wife, not woman.
Wife.
Yes.
You guys have seen a traditionalist.
Nice.
Somebody who tells you the difference between woman and wife.
Of course.
And there's a big difference.
Too much.
We'll come to that. You tell us based on tradition. Nonetheless, the wife that you met in South Africa, is she the same person that you came to meet here in Finland?
Of course.
Then it's settled. We'll now go back so that I can follow up with the questions that I had.
Because a day will come.
Yes. Go ahead. So number 7.
I mentioned
transportation and road. Yes, road network. Yes.
Coming here, it said the ticket said you depart by so time, you arrive by so time.
Yes.
No interruption. If you are there, you will move. If you are not there, you will be left behind. So what do? Avail yourself. Before we left, I called you.
Yes.
We are leaving. The reason I told you is because you already know what time we will arrive. You were waiting for us more than 20 minutes before we arrived.
Yes.
Coming out from our mode of transport.
Yes.
I was saying, isn't that Steve's car?
Yes.
And you were, in fact, you have us on record. Without my consent anyway. And we welcome it.
Oh my God. Without the consent now is another thing. And the point is, whatever my eyes can see in public, my camera can see. And that is the boundary of the law. So if I can see you come, and people need to know this, because let me just use the opportunity to state this. It don't have nothing to do with your migration story or whatnot. Many people get offended when they see others have their camera or raise their camera or want to take pictures or videos in public. We all have rights. And one right a person has in public is that whenever there are 2 eyes or 1 eye can see the camera is permitted.
It's not hidden.
Yes. Permitted within the law to record without having to ask your consent. You can only ask for consent in private settings, not what the person's eye can see. So if you want the person to seek your consent, you have to make sure that wherever you are is in an enclosed environment away from public. Yeah, we have this GDPR, but a lot of people misuse it to the extent that they want. So, but this is what the law states, And if you have a very diverse opinion or divergent opinion to it, or you have other counterfacts to clarify this, it is fine to put it in the comment section. We'll deliberate. I like people who follow the conversation.
It's very important.
They know that I love to have this chit chat in the comment section on the channel. We keep the channel alive. We interact with our audience. So it's I don't need your consent.
No, that's my view. So I'm still counting.
Yes. Food.
Yes, when I say
that will
food,
be number 8.
Yeah,
reason why Finland is the happiest country in the world.
When I say food, because your health matters to them, they give you healthy food, hygienically approved, and made meals.
I like the caveat you added. Hygienically.
I am not saying it from seeing. I am saying it from practice.
Experience.
During one of the courses, I was opportune to work briefly in a pizza shop. The company's name is Pizza Hut. And this Pizza Hut is in one of the busiest places in Helsinki. It has 44, if I'm not mistaken, then it should be 42 if I'm mistaken. International designer shops. Anything you wear, your cookwares that are your home appliances that are classified as designers, from all the Gucci's, from all the Givenchy's, and plus the ones most of us don't know. They have the shops there, the outlets there. Helsinki. If you have in mind coming to Finland and visiting Helsinki, try and look for Helsinki Outlet. That's just the name of the place.
Helsinki Outlet.
Yes.
That's a very full, big duplex.
It is a shopping
mall
center.
Oh, wow!
With 40, when I say 40-something shops, I'm not saying a shop of 10 meters by 10 meters. I'm talking about a whole shop. When you talk about shop,
Well, I know how they build their shopping mall
so,
if they want to, especially for a metropolitan city like Helsinki.
In that Pizza Hut, there are two eating places there: Pizza Hut and Espresso House. They are just opposite each other. While I was in Pizza Hut, because of my interest, my friendliness with the management and other immigrants, there's two Indians. They took me to the kitchen part. I used to chop vegetables for them. I know how to do those things, and they like how I do it. They took me to making the pizzas, so they taught me how to make pizzas. I saw. There's a period that is for the buffet. We make all manner of pizzas, salads, and everything, and keep them there. As soon as the buffet time ends, you don't take anything and keep aside that you will take home, because if you keep it to wait until when you finish work, it is not
no longer viable food.
It is not food anymore. Let me not add fresh to it. It is not food anymore. So, coming from where I came from, they will say put it in the roski. I will carry a whole pizza that I know the price
and throw away.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10. Different. If I can call the names and we'll go put them in the roski.
Truly, that is food security. When I was cleaning too, it was the same. For instance, you go to Prisma. We're cleaning Prisma. You see different parts of meat being thrown away because they are expired. You see milk being thrown away because once that date and time were written on it, they take it out.
It is not.
So that is high level of food security.
Yeah, but the other good part of it is that it is not thrown away forever. It is taken for another
recycling.
It could be animal food and so on and so forth. So that's why I counted it. Have I mentioned the weather? It is one of the things
that makes Finland happiest.
Yes. For example, I can live outside in the snow in the mid of winter. I love cold. All it will take me is dress well.
But people complain about the Finnish winter as tough, dark, long, and depressing. Yes. How come it's a plus for you?
There are things that are contagious. No matter how dark it is, no matter how long it is, if it gives you money, will you be complaining?
Money?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It gives you money. This is winter. Averagely, I make 3,000 euros a month. And then in winter, you make 5,000. Will you see the darkness when you're driving and you have headlamps on, even in summer? What is the darkness for? Uninterrupted electricity, street lights everywhere. So what is the darkness?
That is a different...
Even in your room, if you want to sleep in that dark winter, you will switch off your light. So why people complain?
But in this case, we're not talking about the minority of people who, for instance, in this case, get monetary benefits when weather changes.
No, I just gave an example.
I understand. I get the context. I applaud you for even mentioning it, because having a country that genuinely has 4 different weather seasons, personally, I call it a bliss.
Good.
Because Nigeria, where I came from, we only have 2 seasons, the raining season and a season where you get all the sunshine.
You see.
You know, the dry season. So coming to Finland and experiencing 4 different seasons, even though our winter overlaps.
But at the same time, remember that the same winter that people complain about gives Finland money
Yes.
because it is tourism time.
Yes. Yes.
In as much as they leave,
That's the time Rovaniemi gets the most traffic.
so in as much as they leave to other places, maybe to store some vitamins for the next or whatever reason and so on, people run to this place to have experience with Santa, to
Yes.
have this and to have that, to experience that. So all of this, and when the person arrives here and see those things and see a truck can actually ride on ice.
Yes.
Wow. When they are taking pictures or making videos, they are not crying, they are laughing. That is the happiness.
Have you seen how most tourists act when they see the aurora lights?
Okay.
It's a different kind of euphoria of joy.
It is. We are not seeing it anymore because we live in it.
Yeah. Yeah. But 4 years is all it took for you to see why Finland winning that prize is justifiable. What other part of living in Finland or experiences in Finland did you actually see that felt like a culture shock to you when you arrived here?
Saying the truth. I won't say at times it hurts, but saying the truth. Unfriendliness. That focus, I wanted to split the focus earlier. That focusness, that may addictness also. It got me confused at the beginning, but when I understood it, because it will be very strange to you if you come from any other part far away from here and you know where we come from.
Yes.
South Africa is double friendliness and fun to, than where we come from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you found yourself in a place till tomorrow. My opposite door neighbor, I don't know him. If he's a she, I don't know.
Wow.
The one on my right-hand side, I got to know the guy because we moved in before him. So I remember when the place was being cleaned and so on, and the day they were bringing their things. If I see him on the street, I don't know who he is. And it doesn't mean we are not in time.
How long have you guys lived there?
Almost 2 years now.
Wow.
More than 2 years, actually.
And if you see your neighbor now, you wouldn't be able to...
I wouldn't know who he is. I've seen him twice.
Shit.
We entered the lift together, and I was exiting the lift. He was coming in. That was it. He's a young guy.
Wow.
So the reason I said unfriendliness is because most of them will make it obvious that, they will play or paint an obvious picture that if you mistake for hatred, rather for unfriendliness, it will be hatred. Because not liking me doesn't mean you hate me.
True.
And not loving me doesn't mean you don't like me.
And not being a talkative or wanting to get to know me is your right.
Yeah. Shockingly, before I moved to this new place, a neighbor was hugging me, and I was scared. Is everything okay? It was a Saturday night. He was hugging me. I was getting into the lift. He said,
Napuri.
Napuri. I understand what it means. So I was like, Moi. He said, he was just saying his things, hugged me.
A male or a female?
A male.
Wow.
A guy. The confusing part is that I had some liquor. So I could not perceive his liquor because my own liquor was also oozing. Until the next day in the evening when I saw him, I thought we are now
buddies.
That was his face. Straight, not even frown, straight, neck stiff. When I came back and told my wife, she was like, Was he drunk? I said, I don't know, because I also drank alcohol. It was my wife that reminded me that, okay, because you drank alcohol, that's why he didn't perceive his own alcohol. He was drunk. And
So do things become friendly or friendlier when they are intoxicated?
Yes.
Wow.
It's not, there's nothing to explain there. The answer is yes, capital yes. That's the only time. If it is not a friendly, because when you meet a friendly one, oh my God, you will literally lose it to tell the person that you don't act like things. And they know. And the same person will tell you, I know. They know how their people are, because they are also the same way to their people.
Let's take it back a bit. So you've experienced the cultural shocks. You have seen the goodness of Finland. Even you, in 4 years, you can tell already what makes Finland the happiest country. Living here for 4 years.
Remember, I did not finish it, but it's okay.
Yes, because if the love you have for the country, I think you take us all the way around. Nonetheless, you mentioned the vital parts that people really talk about. I'm going to drive you back to it.
Okay.
The studies.
Yeah.
The free tuition that you enjoyed. What did you study?
I'm an artist by nature.
Okay.
I'm a gifted artist. I can draw, I can paint, I can sculpt, I do good with graphics. I just need a little polish because of the computer age, AI and so on. But in the absence of that, there's nothing I cannot do graphically with my hand.
Wow.
It won't take me time. So I am in every area, even textile designs, so long as it is art. I draw houses. I'm not an architect, but I draw. Doing the maths, I'm not very good at that. But I can put up a design and give to whoever that will analyze to do. The wonderful part is also that I can build it. I don't know where the gift came from. That's one came from. But I know it's all about creativity.
Yeah.
Right. So after I did my language course, because that's one drive that I had as soon as I arrived, I checked the language. To me, the language is not difficult. It's just different.
Well put.
Because I had sat down to check if I can read the alphabets in Finnish, I'm being corrected with the O, O, U, U. Those are just the problems there.
The way you said it.
Or the positioning of the mouth.
Even after 13 years, I can't pronounce.
And you see? So, without those things, I had a very keen interest on knowing the language because I've seen the importance of language. That is one other thing that will make you, that can help you unlock an unfriendly thing.
Could that be because you lived somewhere else before coming to Finland?
Exposure, maybe. Because most of us just...
Yes.
And then I love traveling. So within the short space that we met, you know how many countries I've been to? I'm not boasting. And I'm yet to go more.
I don't want to feel bad because I have lived in Finland. I have lived in Finland. I just stayed like this in Finland. You know, I am yet to.
There's a reason.
People will not even believe when I start to mention the countries that I have been to after 13 years of living in this country.
There's a reason, and I'm happy the reason paid. And I will say it here. It's high time you started.
Yes. I know.
You might see it from the perspective of costing you more, but it is sweeter now.
Yes, I have. I'm so fortunate that I am truly blessed with good people, and I don't want to call names, but I've had invitations from my guy in Netherlands.
Okay.
I have pending invitations from somebody else, or one of my guys who just bought a house,
Okay.
a massive house. He visited my family and I 2 years ago. My room even has a name on it. So, I don't know, but hopefully, I love Finland so much that all I just want to do is see the beautiful landscapes in Finland first. And sometimes I get in trouble with my wife because she wants us to go and see somewhere else, while I just want to enjoy the good roads. But anyway, it's so. What did you study?
Yeah. So back to the point. I did the language course because I really needed to know the language.
Yeah.
I still struggle with it, but I'm happy.
That one is sorted.
Yes. With the certificates.
Yes.
Which is very important.
True.
And then from my field and what I could grab within that space, I got back into the designing industry, into the creativity industry, the crafting industry.
Do you have a title for the what you studied?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. So it made me get into in Finnish. It's called pintakasitelu.
Pintakasitelu.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a unit name because it has a lot inside of it. For example, surface treatment.
Okay.
That is finishing the surface treatment and painting the wall. Floor making.
It was this a vocational school?
Yes.
What is the name of the vocational school?
Helsinki ammatiopisto.
Helsinki Maalari. Okay,
Maalari. That's paint.
Yes.
Maalari.
Well, this is now going to be. I know Maala, which is Malaus. Maalari.
Yes.
Is it Maalari or Maalari?
Malaus.
Yes.
Maalari.
Okay.
Mali is paint.
Yes. Yes.
Malaus is painting. So Maalari. Helsinki Maalari.
You guys need to pay for this language.
Helsinki Maalari ammatiopisto.
And you have how many years was the course that you completed?
2 years and 8 months.
Yeah.
But with the academic system of Finland, focus.
Yes.
Promptness, avail yourself. Be there. Body, soul, and spirit. You can run it.
Many immigrants don't go to study in vocational schools, this ammatiopisto.
Which would have been helping a lot.
Because this is where they teach hand skills.
Not just hand skills, they will teach you everything because I did it under 180 points, which is a whole degree.
ECTS,
yes.
180.
Yes. And I came out with 186 actually.
You got 6 extra.
So I did it.
Wait. No. So that we don't model it up. I want to be able to take something my people out there can utilize. This is a degree course from a vocational school. When you were studying there, were there other immigrants with you there in that school?
I don't know if I had anything in my set.
Was the program done in Finnish,
in
Swedish?
Pure Finnish.
Pure Finnish.
Yeah.
So if there was no Finn in your course, that means mostly immigrants were the ones there.
Yes.
How many blacks?
It was me, 2 Ethiopians.
Okay, Ethiopians.
1 Nigerian.
Okay.
Another Nigerian came later. So,
okay. So
let me just say
5, including yourself.
We were 6 black people.
Okay, 6. And how many were in the class?
We were more than 30 in my group.
Yes.
Yeah,
so more than 30, 6 only.
Not even the 6 I'm talking about is in the whole school.
What?
Then in my own set, the people I finished with, actually one of the guy I finished with that is a black, is Ethiopian, was there before I came.
Because the reason why I ask is, we blacks, we tend to go towards this academic, professional, degree awarding titles. And most of the time when we finish, we do not have jobs because the skills we have acquired are basically theoretical. We want, but now what you acquired is practical.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why that happens. Those people, the reason I'm putting it this way is so that the ones that are coming, we said are called BJ.
Yes.
So we don't keep making those mistakes.
Yes, that's why we're having this show.
It is not what you studied and the certificate you carry that works for you in a country like Finland. What you can do
with your hands.
So what our people does is, or what immigrants do is, educated ones will come with their certificates and begin to look for courses with those certificates. They will now, most of them will be offered PhDs and all those things. And then some will be given a certain level of academic level, stage to continue from what they already have. But that is not what is needed.
So we bring what is good, but not needed.
Exactly.
And then there is a mismatch in the gainful employment market.
The way I studied in that school, from experience, from one place to the other and so on, that's why I said in the other episode that South Africa was an eye-opener. I submitted totally to nothing when I got here and got that course.
So it's normal to step down when you come here?
Yes.
So whoever is coming here should have
the mentality of when you get here, drop it.
Somebody came to the show and told us that you have to step down from the horse. Donald.
That's the word.
He said, step down from the whatever high horse. And you agree with him.
Me going to school. When did I finish school in Nigeria? How many years ago did I finish school in Nigeria? Before even thinking of traveling, I was working. Before I traveled, I went to South Africa and so on. I got here and I dropped it totally. Some of my teachers, I'm very much older than some of my teachers in school here. So the good thing, when I got in there and stepped down, they saw the spirit of submission in this guy. I began to go to the offices of the teachers and spoke to them.
Spirit of submission.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
I went to their offices one by one and they saw. I spoke to a certain lady, she cried.
A teacher?
As a matter of fact, Opinto Ohiaya, I spoke to her. She was wiping her tears. She said, what you're saying to me, nobody has ever entered this office to compliment me or commend me for the good job this school. I told her that this school to me is not a school. This is a family because the behaviors of the teachers here are totally different from the behaviors I got from teachers in the language school.
And these are Finnish teachers.
Finnish people. Who are Finnish teachers.
Who teach immigrants how to succeed in Finland.
The woman single-handedly took me, remember tutorial in South Africa? The woman wrote me an email and said, I single-handedly pick you to be a tutor in this school. The picture is there, I can show you. That's one of the reasons I got that 56. I got 2 points from being a tutor. They will take me to, what is it called? All these, we normally go to Helsinki Talo. There's a name for it.
Before we go far, because there is a need now to say this. In Vasa, we also have ammatiopistos. Most of us do not go there. Vamia is one of them. Retrace Academy is one of them. It has only become a channel to people to move to Finland. But there are so many immigrants living in Vasa who do not see going to those ammatiopisto to acquire these practically needed skills.
Let me also add something to it. One of the reasons, that's why I said it. And I'm going to clear it properly.
I want people to get the full context.
Steve, one of the academic problems we have is the time. What you have to check before you do timing, I'll give you an example. This is your phone.
Yes.
There is something me and you can see here.
Yes.
You checked the system before doing what we are seeing here.
Yes.
So in this picture, our people don't check the system before checking the time. They check the time. They will tell themselves, while searching, this course is 3 years. 3 years I'll be in school. But if you check the system, you say that this is what the cost in your dullness, in your snail speed, you have a whole 3 years to finish this thing. That doesn't mean it is 3 years. My course was 2 years and 8 months. We are yet to finish in September 2026. I finished that course in December 2024. I started that course in February 2024. Holiday in, holiday out. I even went to South Africa that period. That's why it got to December. So if I put plus minus, I did that course in 8 months, if not less.
A 2 years, 8 months course.
Yes.
You did it in less than a year.
I'm not acting.
No.
I'm not acting as a Superman, but I want us to know. Most of us don't know, and we lose contact with information because we don't communicate. We do too much focus, which is the negative part of it I wanted to mention earlier. In Finland, everybody is minding their business. That's why you will see your brother. You will not do what you are supposed to do to get what you're supposed to get. But one thing I left in that school as a record is that I keep sending people there because they were taking me out for seminars to go talk to new immigrants to apply to the school. Somebody just started last week. Wow. When I tell you about the school, I will tell you, apply. I will take you to the school and introduce you to them. Not for you to get the admission, because I will ask you what you have and what you don't have and tell you how to get the admission, and you will get the admission. I took the guy, the day my certificate was issued to me on 20th of December 2024. The graduation party was conducted in March. I was invited, and I took one of my friends to go there. When we got there, after I explained to him, he picked interest. I took him to the Opinto Hiaya's office. They made the application for him in the Opinto Hiaya's office.
Because
he didn't make appointment. He didn't do the application.
I like the way you put it. You know, Finland has limitless opportunities for practical skill learning. But many of us immigrants come with the theory acquisition mindset.
Speed.
Yes. So we have so many PhD holders who do not have jobs. We have too many master's degree holders looking for job in Finland. We have bachelor degrees looking for job in Finland. Yet, in this country, as you and I are here in this country, they need people who are going to do painting. They need people who are going to do electricians. They need people who are going to build.
Still.
In fact, to even get an appointment, a friend of mine, I didn't even know he was an electrician. For many years that I've known him here in Vasa. It was when I had an emergency situation. I called on him. I don't know if he will be comfortable hearing his name online, but he will watch this video. He knows I'm talking about him.
And then you are advertising him as well, because from there he can just make money.
At an emergency, do you know what it takes to get an appointment with an electrician in this country? To get somebody to come and check your house if you want to build or renovate. These guys with practical skills, they are riding, and we have so many immigrants who are jobless, carrying degrees and certificates that they cannot apply in a country where the language is not English.
Another thing, because this is actually very important. This part we are now in is very important, because in that my Pintakasite look, your house, I will not do the floor of your house for more than 2 days. Perfectly done.
Wow. Do you know how much it will cost to... Wait. That particular program, that school, that's vocational studies, right now, is it still free?
A guy started there last week.
Oh, boy.
Ask Anedo.
Okay.
Anedo and the guy. I knew the guy before Anedo. Before you. He wasn't opening up. If he opened up, we were going to do the course together and come out together. He has permanent. He has permanent since 5 years ago.
If you the little that I know, I want you to narrow it down because I know that is not the only school. What we're talking about now is not about that particular school. We're talking about real skills. I have now people in Vasa now. One of my guys just started doing electrician here in Vamia. I am even looking for one. I want to go into Rakenus, into building, even for adult education. I personally want to go. I have told somebody who is currently studying there now to help me monitor the study time when it will be open, because I have interest to learn something to do with my hands.
That I can give you a head on. What you need to do, the person monitoring won't help. If you know the school you want to go to.
No, the school, they have a kind of plan that if they get the number of people they need, they open the course for application.
That's what I'm about to say. Go to the website of the school you want to go to. There must be a contact person there. There must be a phone number there. If you know the school, drive yourself there.
And ask the person directly.
When you get there, there is a reception and a receptionist.
Please, for those of us who are in Finland, we need to begin to ask ourselves how we can change the narrative.
It is very simple. The how to is by communicating. Information brings transformation. By communicating.
Is there a community where people can go to get this communication? Because if I'm not privileged to have you on this show now, many people will not know this through this means. This show has become now a pathway for people to know and hear from those who are experienced.
Good. There is none of your viewers and potential viewers that does not have a friend or relative. I met you. I knew you through someone.
Yes.
I knew someone through you.
Yes.
You will meet people through me.
Yes.
We bottle up. Most of these people you are talking about live in fear.
Fear of what?
Thank you. They have degrees and they don't have a job. And they don't know that Finland does not. What they need is a proof. And then what you can bring to the table. Not what you can hold in your armpit. That is why if you lose your certificate today, write the school. At most they will say, come, so we confirm it to you. They have your email. They won't send the email, your certificate to another person. You cannot lose it. It is back home that we carry certificate. And then later I will say, when I was under the rain, it got spoiled. And when I went to the school, they told me it's the last copy. It is not documented.
So you will encourage people to leave the certificate and go for practical skills acquisition.
In Igbo, they say no Ibelana can we ujangunniala.
In English, it is kneeling down.
Submission.
The submission
of the kid.
Of the kid of a goat. Through that means can that kid suck the breast.
Breastfeed well.
And breastfeed from the mother. There is need for that coming down.
We have another
to learn hand skills.
Another very horrible mentality. Instilling fear, an unknown fear,
unto others,
unto new immigrants. And I just told myself from another perspective that most of these people do that from the act of wickedness. I don't know how to put it. Before you start talking, they will ask you, do you know how many years I've been here? It doesn't work like that.
Oh.
You won't understand that statement. You don't know, do you know how many years I've been here? And you're challenging me. Do you know how many years I'm here? And you are here too. I'm analyzing it in so many ways. And you just come to...
Yeah, they'll tell you just came 4 years. Now, why would you be telling to them who have been here 14, 15, 20 years?
Give me your bathroom, I will fix everything there.
Something that will cost me money that I don't have a means to earn.
Hi. Somebody, one good thing about you and this Rakenus is that you will get it just like this if you do the entrance exam, because you have more than B1 level of Finnish language.
But on a more serious note, for somebody who has gone through this experiential knowledge and practical skills acquisition. I personally do not think that the language requirement is that strict. But you went through it. I have not gone through it. I don't know how the movement is. But is there particular emphasis on the language, or can they coach you as you go? And what is the language requirement?
Good. In Rakenus, that's why I said you have B1. In Rakenus, they look for a B1 level.
Okay.
I don't think there's any school that will take you without a 2.1 or a 2.2.
In the Finnish language.
You might not have it in your certificate, but you'll be given an entrance exam and you write it and pass it.
Which is free.
You will write it and pass it.
Yes.
If you write it and pass it, Otilo.
Because the UK test is quite expensive, and it takes time to even get a slot. So if the entrance examination they conduct in Finnish or either in Swedish, depending on which of the schools you go to, you get to be tested and they know your proficiency right there and then. It's a plus.
What is there in the language and the entrance exams? They want to see your level in comprehension, writing. They might do dictation. They might give you a text to write. Maybe write a letter or write a notice in a building.
Which one is better? A PhD, masters without a job, complaining about how Finland does not give job to immigrants, or having a vocational study certificate?
That's the problem.
And having income.
There's a difference between lack of employment because of the economy, and there are jobs but you don't have, and you have a certificate but you don't have what is needed. So I was on the part of instilling fear on the new immigrants. After using those languages, you will now probably tell yourself as talking to a more experienced person, an older person in the land.
Yes.
And the person will be like, this thing you want to do. They normally don't give it to foreigners. If you don't have a strong willpower, you have been trashed,
crushed, demoralize you, demotivate you.
I recently finished with logistics, truck driving.
In just these 4 years?
I recently finished. I have everything that is needed for truck driving job, which I just started looking for. The economy might be down, but I have this mentality that in that shallow economy, people still get jobs.
Yes.
I will be applying. My father told me, whatever needs an application to get, when you're applying, are you the one who approves?
No.
So what is your own part?
No, that is no. A business transaction, the two people who are going to do it will not lose at the same time. One person loses, the other one person gains. So when you apply, the next person must do something.
He even told me, even the school we were talking about, I was still in language school when I went for the language test.
Hey, wait. You it seems you're 4 years in this country, like you came with 40 years of experience.
I saw things before coming. I was trained.
So
unknowingly.
You came and you just went.
My teacher told me face to face. He called me on a meeting face to face and told me the level of this language course. I'm suggesting you go back to the module, whatever. And I was like, where did you say this from? What is it about? She said, he feels like you're stressed. I said, me stressed? How? What have I done? How? Where? Are you my neighbor?
Do you encourage people who have master's, PhD, no job, but are desirous to live in Finland and are unemployed to go for these vocational studies?
Yes.
Do you advise the new ones who are coming or who are here right now to leave their professional degrees that they are paying over 10,000 euros as tuition fee for, to go for these vocational studies?
Yes. There is a reason. There's something I will tell you.
Please tell us, because we want to learn from this.
There is a reason.
And I think I'm going to post this one before the first part, because this one now relates to people in Finland, and I have a particular love for my people who are here, so we can better our lot.
Focusing more on their success. That's my target. Have you noticed the attention being given to vocational institutions in Finland?
That's where the hub. That's what keeps the country running.
Check it.
There is no ABB without those guys. No Watsila without those guys.
2015 in England, one of my friends came into the place where we were drinking Covasia and bought 2 bottles of Covasia. My cousin tapped me and I couldn't hold it. I was like, what's going on? What is going on? He said, guys, today is his happiest day. He doesn't know how to speak English. He struggles. And now getting to England, he now speaks it as someone who came to Finland and didn't go to language school, but on the street and learned Finnish and be speaking it. You belong.
Yes.
But he doesn't know. He didn't go to school. Coming to us where we were waiting for him, a white person told him to read the signboard for him, an English person. He came and said his shame has been wiped away today. A white person,
an English person
is asking him to read English for him. How many of these Finns do you think can write Finnish? That's the difference between that one. Our people will say, meet Asena in school. When you call that person that is fluent on the streets to write something, that's when you will clap for yourself.
Don't even go far. There are thousands of Swedish-speaking Finns who don't even speak, write, or know Finnish.
You see.
And they are native Finnish citizens. On record, I live in the land where it's dualingua.
Yeah.
I have met people who are born here in Finland, native of Finland, but do not speak Finnish. And they do not give an F about Finnish.
You see.
Because with the Swedish, they can get by. And they know English as a second language. But let's not deviate, because now I'm becoming, I am emotionalized by this. And I don't think we're going to end this hush-hush, because the truth is that from what you have even told us, for some reasons, the black immigrants are missing out on these opportunities. Because if you tell us that only 6 existed in the school.
Because those are things we are known for. These people don't see us with a white collar. These people see us as strong people.
So why are we...
For example, if you employ a black person, let me be specific, if you employ a Nigerian that is hungry, not hungry for food, hungry for success, and he's gone through a vocational institution, maybe he was a carpenter back home, or he was a painter back home, or he was just one of the vocational professions. And he knows it. Studying it here is polishing.
But we don't do that.
When he is polished, there is African power. They know it.
In the US, there are a lot of black entrepreneurs who are into either molding blocks. In fact, I had Okute Ekorafa, the Okute that you mentioned, Anedo, Anthony. I had an episode with him. He also went through vocational studies and bricklaying, and he has made his living from it.
You see.
So many of us do not go that route, and many people come here for scholarly studies and get trapped. There was this, when I was living in UNSU, there was I don't remember where the guy came from, but from Asia. He joined his wife. Both of us are still connected on Instagram, but I don't know if it is Naim. He's a mechanic and an automobile engineer. He just went to one of these shops in Motornet, where Motornet have this Koreamo section. In Vasa, we have the one we have here, Auto Koreamo Sayala. So he went to that one, told them he was a mechanic. And you trust Finns. Finns don't just trust you. They will give you opportunity to show yourself.
Yeah, show yourself. Bring something to the
Yes, to the table. They gave the guy a car that the customer is not in a hurry, or maybe the car that belongs to even the owner of the shop, for him to fix. The guy fixed the car, completed the job in a faster rate than it would have taken them.
Because they do
fees.
hourly.
Yes.
So to be able to make the money.
Yes. So, but in the guy's case,
he's just doing it because I know this thing.
Yes.
And I want to prove
the
myself.
following day or the following week, he gave me another one he did. As I'm talking to you now, the guy and his wife, they live in a mansion in Uensu. He never had, see, what I mean integration, that's the best form of integration. Integration with the hand skills. Having language by the side. We don't take advantage. All of us want to wear suit, tie, and be in an office. In a country...
Mr. Steve, the reason I came and bent down, it's hard for me to... there are parts I didn't mention, because when I'm saying this thing, most viewers are just accusers of brethren, just like their father, the devil. I will put it that way. Because they won't see the message. My father told me that as a wise child, that's why I always shout at you, but at the end of the day, I know what you're doing. He said a wise child doesn't listen to the sound, he listens to the message. So whoever says, because my mother shouts a lot, caution that child early. While I was in that language course, I was doing well too.
Food delivery.
As soon as school finishes, one of my friends was like, Emma, you chase money like who the old person. I say, you know how many siblings I get? I get family.
Oh my God.
I get family. My business is small for South Africa. I need to finance it.
You did what in Helsinki?
I am still doing, not did.
So many of the career partners in Helsinki will see this video. What would you have for them? Talk to those people who are on the street who will see this video.
Some of them knew when I got the admission, the ones I relate with. They knew when I got the admission. They knew when I was going to the language school. They knew when I got the admission. They knew when I started.
You have finished a vocational school. You have finished language school. You have done logistics.
Wait, in this logistics one that I just finished, I have my C license. I have my, what is it called? Digital card, driver's card. I have my ammatiopisto card. If you don't have the ammatiopisto, you can have 20 C class, CE, C, whatever. You won't drive anything. Kurma auto in Europe, not even just Finland.
Everything you have accumulated has to do with applicable knowledge. The language you need to speak to get along. The pinta casito is something that requires your hand. Kurma auto, the license, you have to drive with your hand.
Yes.
So you have actually gone for practically applicable skills.
I did not use stimulator, or what is it called? Simulator or whatever.
Oh my God.
I used, that's another very important part that I want to add. Our people are not ready to pay the price, financially or otherwise. Freebies at times will make you not to value what is before you.
Is Finland still a valuable place to live in?
Yes.
Would you encourage people to come to Finland?
Yes.
Would you, knowing what you know now, in your 4 years of living in Finland, advise those who have been here before you, who have scholarly degrees, masters, PhDs, and no job, to go to vocational school and get practical hand skills?
Yes. The second time I'm answering this question. Even Christ himself, in his wisdom, there was a certain situation when he says, come, let's reason together. Information brings transformation. Let them sit at home with that certificate. It is better that you are prepared. When success meets with opportunity, when planning meets with opportunity, success is inevitable.
So we don't plan to succeed.
For example, we were looking at something today, was it, or yesterday? And I told you, if so thing is done, I wish I am in the neighborhood to do that, to help with that thing, if you remember.
Yes.
I always prepare myself. And by the grace of God, avail myself. if I take my bag and say I'm not going to live in Finland anymore and go to any European country, Finland is struggling economically and so on, I will go to a country that is not struggling economically. Put my qualifications on the ground. There is no country that does not need those two things that I studied here. That's how I saw it. That's how I stepped into it. I paid money to do that C license. I did not do it for free.
No, most of the things that is going to be a plus in this country.
We don't pay the price. It is not just financially. We don't. That time they see 3 years. They see it as a lot. But because they don't communicate, if they communicate, they would say that 3 years is a mandatory, pakulinen, but it can be done less than that.
Yes. I finished my bachelor's degree in this country in less time that was allotted.
You see, so that thing you're planning,
yeah.
I never mentioned, I got into this school this malaria maticola. I got in there with my WAEC. I gave them my WAEC. There's a reason. Because in that 180, you have to do science. You have to do chemistry. You have to do physics. All those things, yeah. So English, maths, all those things that I've done, I gave them. So they marked me A on them and tested me.
But to the best of my knowledge, you studied in Finnish.
Yes.
Got 180 ECTS credit.
Yes.
That is already the language requirement for the citizenship.
That is how I acquire my things. If you tell me to give you 1 cup of water, I will bring 2. Because I don't want to repeat.
So right now you have already positioned yourself to be a Finn.
You know this thing, those days, my father will say, I am looking at the clock. It is 5 tinkom. Yeah, 5 seconds. 5 tinkom. You think it's a joke, you say tinkom 1, tinkom 2. So what I'm waiting for is tinkom. I'm fresh. I'm new. I don't hide it.
I have people who have been here for 15 years, who have scholarly degrees, and still fighting to get the language requirement for citizenship. They live here in a permanent residence. The language, you now that went through a different door, less than 1 year of study, you already have the requirement.
I actually wanted to do key. And to be very frank with you, if I did it, I was going to pass.
But you don't need it.
No. I said I wanted to. I wanted to. So going for this 180, I knew there's an escape route. But the 180 wasn't my target. My target is to polish my creativity for a job. When we talk about Rakenus has a lot of branches.
Yes.
This course of mine, when I took this guy to the school last 2 weeks, before he started last week, the interior decoration teacher called me and offered me a small package to complete my interior decoration part, because I did the part of interior decoration. That's why I can do the bathroom, I can do the floor, I can do designs.
Wow.
Wow. So
17 years you spent in South Africa, 4 years now in Finland. You are a native-born Nigerian. Are you thinking of going back to either Nigeria or South Africa?
Well, if the madness in South Africa ends, I don't mind settling in South Africa against Nigeria. There's a reason, not just because of the economy.
So Nigeria is not even where you are hoping to go back to?
When I was younger, as a teenager, as a matter of fact, I told my parents I wouldn't marry a Nigerian. As young as I was, I don't know why.
But Nigerians get fine babes now.
It's not about being fine. I'm also saying it openly here. When I go home, I know how our men are. When we go home, we want to do 1 or 2 things and so on. It doesn't move me in any way. I cannot live in Nigeria. One, from the time I became independent, weather is a very big problem to me.
It's hot.
Before I move into it, if I don't have aircon, I won't have. If I don't have aircon and I have a mattress, I will sell the mattress and buy aircon. No matter, even if it's 1/4 horsepower, I must have it. Just like that. So when I got to South Africa, it was cool for me. And then, not also in a bad way, I don't know when Nigeria will heal because the wound, the cut is deep.
Nigeria.
Because I will not struggle, sacrifice my body, my soul and spirit abroad and go home and lose everything and start afresh. Even investing there is somehow risky. My opinion, I'm telling you.
Opinion about your own home country.
Investing there.
So you have turned, Finland is your new home.
Finland, I won't call it new.
Finland is home. On that note, we'll take a very short break.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a 75 minutes, 1 hour discussion about Finland since he has stayed for just 4 years. But in those just 4 years, even you too, you should be feel the energy. You see as the thing they come. So we need to take in so that those who are either coming to Finland or are trapped here in Finland can see the necessity of having a shift in mindset, a shift in narrative, and prepare themselves with the necessity that Finland requires. Because those handy jobs, those handcraft, the handcraft men, many of them are entering into retirement. And a new pool and opportunities are springing up. I know I was privileged to have a customer when I in my taxi car. I took him from the bar in Van Hamester, the Kapapusteko 40, and he was going home to Van Habasa. From that place to Van Habasa is around 10 minutes when you use the highway. So we had a small chit chat. One of the things he told me that he regrets is that his workshop in Replot is one of the best in Finland when it comes to repairing motorbikes. Nowadays, from what he told me, they call him to ask him when will be a good time to bring a motorbike for him to repair. He's an elderly man. He's experienced. He's aged. Well, the regret he has is that the young ones who come for internship do not have the patience to learn the skills,
Absorb the knowledge.
to absorb the knowledge that he has accumulated over
Like
30
a
to
proper
40 years.
transfer of knowledge.
Yes.
Not even just ordinary
Yes.
teaching.
Transferability of skills by those who have built this beautiful country called Finland is a big problem. People talk about the loss of schooled, educated talent away from Finland to either the UK or Australia or Canada to the English-speaking countries. You're talking about migrants. There is another dimension we don't talk about because we are not in that.
Let me chip in something before
Please,
we go on this break.
Go ahead.
Let me also tell us something. When you go to a vocational institution, I'm talking from experience. The teachers you meet there, it is either they are practicing, like they are still on practice, they own a company created from experience, or they are retired.
Wow.
In Helsinki, Ammatiopisto, there's a teacher called Kari. Kari is Kari should be in his late 60s, if not early 70s. If he gives you a handshake, you will know that this hand has been doing something. He is the friendliest, kindest. Tell him what you want. He doesn't speak English. I was given to him to help polish my Finnish. Kari was an old timer in the game. There's a lady called Krista. She's a painter. She owns a painting company. People are working for her, but she's teaching there.
Wow. So am I lying then?
Only one lady there that was expelled before my eyes, a very young girl from Tampere. She's wicked. Everybody knows her as a wicked person. Was not practical. She was teaching Finnish language.
We'll take the break now. Don't miss this episode. Don't. And don't go anywhere, because we're going to have more time to add to this so we can have the whole package in one video. Have a good one. Go nowhere. It's only a few seconds. We need to replenish this drink so that the spirits of Finland, of our ancestors, will continue to bring out knowledge that you and I can apply to better our life here in Finland and other parts of the world where these philosophies are also applicable. Stay tuned. And if you're yet to subscribe to the Stephen Ikebude Show, please do it now. We need you. We do much more than you think. Have a good one. Hello. I welcome you to the Finland-based part of this series. This one will be added to the first part. We took a short break, and I know that those who have been following us expect a long video. I'm sure this video is going to be over 2 hours, but it's a conversation to save ourselves, to save those of us who are here in Finland, for us to rearrange ourselves, to prepare and position ourselves for the better. And no other person do we have on this conversation than a person who has gone through the process of acquiring practical skills needed in Finland. A skill not only that mitigates the necessity of the fluency of Finnish language, but the necessity of time beyond location. I welcome you back as we continue to have this conversation with Obere Chukwu, Emmanuel Chigbo. Again, welcome back. Welcome back.
Stephen Ikebude himself.
Do you play piano? You do so many other things.
No,
because right,
not music.
right here beside you, we have a piano.
Not music. I can sing anyway in my little capacity, but I cannot play any instrument.
Because
no, I checked to see if it works. And
you did?
It gave me, my wife does.
Okay.
From their young age, they have one at home, so they were practicing it. I wish to know it.
This is a gift I got from my neighbor. He's a Finnish neighbor, and some of them, they give without wanting you to praise them publicly. So I got it here from my neighbor. They were going to dispose it, and they told me that if I take it, don't bring it back. So I took it, and it has influenced my kids particularly.
Yeah, I was waiting for that part.
Yes, my kids.
This is the time for knowing it.
And aside from even influencing them, I have enrolled them in a piano class at Musasari to Ritalo, where they go to learn. And once a week, 30 minutes, both of them,
That's lovely.
Now, Munachim plays sometimes when we go out. Chikema too is also following up, because again, it comes with the hand skills, like we were talking, So I guess we're going to ask you, because we only had one guest. The episode is going to come out later with Donald. Donald played the piano. Donald is good at it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Donald is also somebody who has his hands handy. We left the discussion at a very fine part where you were trying to canvass the necessity of Finns who are already experienced with these skills and knowledge, desirous of teaching even immigrants who come here. This is not going to be a long one. It's going to be something we're going to be able to join to the first part as one video. So we'll make it as quickly, timely, and direct to the core.
Yeah.
If native Finns who live in Finland who have these skills are willing to teach, what can we do to our own people, the immigrants who come here from Nigeria, Ghana, or all part of Africa? What can we do to encourage them to seek vocational language or vocational studies? What can we do to encourage them?
Yeah, what I suggest we do, we are already on it. I've said it several times. Information brings transformation.
Yes.
They need to be informed. And like the general saying, when you take the horse to the river, you cannot force the horse to drink.
No.
Most of us actually came here through study routes.
Yes.
Getting here, they dropped it. Why? This is not Nigeria. This is not Africa. I wouldn't say, this is not your country. Let me put it that way. So getting to where, one of the fastest route to come to Finland, I believe, is through studies.
Yes.
So why won't you make use of that study? When you get here and, like I said, system and timing, they look at the timing and not visiting the system. So when you are in, study the system and give yourself time. Time is something you give to yourself. Earlier, we gave ourselves time for a break.
Yes.
So time is what you give to yourself because we've seen how the system of the broadcast works.
Yes.
Good. So we are doing what we have to do. Speaking out is for the elders. Absorbing and obedience is for the younger ones.
So when they collect them, I see they drop them.
So now we are saying it. Let me say it in advance. I know how viewers are. Some people will be against in everything he's been saying today. Where is he working? I didn't come to Finland a poor man. I came to Finland as a serviceman. So sitting at home will not help me. I will break down. I took up the car and started doing work. I am still doing it. When I say I am also domestic, I enter the kitchen. Madam, may I rest? You worked yesterday.
As an African man,
my wife is very good at her own kind of cooking. I am a Nigerian. There is no Nigerian food I don't know how to cook. I did not say I don't know how to make, because these are the languages we use, and when they serve you something, you will be eating it and be trying to swallow it. I don't make food, I cook food.
are you encouraging now Africans, men, to go into the kitchen?
Help your wife if you have the time. Your wife is your best friend, your partner. There's no competition there. Whatever you can do, help with it. Because there are things she does without you being involved. You just be feeling, but she's doing. Have you ever been pregnant? So I don't want to run away from it. I don't want to deviate, because this now will start another episode.
Sincerely speaking.
So my brothers and sisters, should I say Stephen Ikebude? Yeah, all of us.
Yes.
The information is coming out now. Most viewers might be people I sit with every day or I've met.
Yes.
One funny thing with me is that when I drink this water and it's good, I will tell you about it. That's how I roll. If I want to go fetch water, you are thirsty, I'm thirsty, I will tell you, I'm going to fetch water. Come, let's go. Let's be chatting and go. I can go and fetch it and bring and we'll drink. if I get there and the tap is broken and I use the other one, when you go there and try to open the tap, if it's not working, you won't know how to fetch water when I'm not there. But if we go together, we fetch it together, we'll see the tap is not. If you go there tomorrow, the tap is working well. When you come back, you tell me, they fixed the tap. Oh.
Yes.
So you bring me back good news.
Yes.
So long as it's fixed, even if you don't tell me it's fixed, when I get there and try to apply force to open it, it will open. When I'm telling you now, we will discuss it. It will be a conversation. When I got there, I wanted to tell you, but it's not something to worry about. Thank God you went there and met it. So passing the information now, it will be like.
Well, you said something. You said they should not listen to the sound. They should take the message.
My father told me, like I said, if it's good, I will share.
Yes.
My father told me that a wise child, that's why I shout at you, not because you are hard hearing. I shout at you in reset as a reminder. But the good thing is that you don't shout back, which means you take the message. You don't listen to the sound. Because the sound will become noise.
Yes.
If you listen to it and you will lose the message. So what we are doing here is, BJ, we are passing information. To correct, we are passing information. To be corrected as well. And we are passing information for people not to make mistakes that are already existing.
Yes.
It's either they scale it or correct it.
Yes.
That's the point.
So you encourage them to go for this ammatiopisto, and
the first encouragement is humble yourself. Let me bring it to the Bible. The Bible says, whatsoever you find your hands doing, handwork is important. Do it diligently with all your heart, because faith without work is useless.
And work without faith too.
Then he said, study to show yourself approved.
Hey.
It is not me that said it. So if you put these three things together, you will see that there's no food for a lazy man. Laziness is not just in not wanting to do anything.
It has become now a thing in Finland that everybody wants to go into nursing. Everybody wants to go into lähihoitaja, which is practical nursing. People are going into chef, cooking, because we have a cooking school here in Vamia, like I told you. But all of these things are practical, hand-required skills. Many don't talk about carpentry, rakennus, maalery, and all of these that you've mentioned. Is it that they don't know that it exists, or are they just following the bandwagon?
In the South African episode, I said that we don't invent businesses, we kill the invented. You can drink from a stream when it is still. When it is stirred, it is dirty. You have to wait for it to settle again.
Oh. You keep it coming.
I will add another one to it. Let me translate it. A goat fed by multitude is killed by hunger.
Yes.
Why are we all flooding into one place? 99 or 90, okay, let's say 90% of our ladies in Finland are sairaanhoitajat.
Yes.
That is not the only job they have. Most of them are not. What you do is something that you are hungry for. You do it peacefully to give you joy, not just because of the money. Most of them are not carved for it. They are doing it because that is what is available. True. I cook very well. At times my wife will be like, why didn't you even do this chef thing? Like, I cannot do that. It is not in me. My cooking is to feed the people around me, my family, myself, my friends. It makes me happy. When I bring out food and somebody eats it and look at me. You don't need to talk. I get the message.
Yes.
That's why whenever I get there, I make it work well. I cook it carefully and very well. When I give it to you, I'll walk away. I know you are eating something good. Confidence.
You recommend our women to try other
Not
areas.
just our women. Men can also be nurses.
Yes.
But let that part, let that profession not be overfilled.
Flooded. There are many other things.
You can come with a different route, with a particular route. When you get in, I am not sure about that. If you can change it to your thing.
Yes. That is again, I stand to be corrected. The little of this country called Finland that I know, there is no limitation to how much you can study. The only limit you have is the requirement of survivor, which is now getting to renew permits. That is one thing I know affects my community big time. And now, because of the conditions, they need to get jobs, immediate, quick jobs to be able to keep up with the income and renew permits. And I hope that the Finnish government will do something about it. When people come here, permit application or renewal is a very big problem. It forces people to do what they do not want to do because they need to renew. The right to residency supersedes the right to work. So, if there is a way people can get longer permits, if you come here, you can change to whatever you want to change to and study what you want to study. Because the ammatiopisto are so much in this country that they are underfilled applicants and applications. But hopefully we are all going to be okay. But let us come back to something we can take from him that is applicable. In 4 years of living in this country, you've done the language course, you've done a degree or a study in a vocational school, you have done another professional acquisition of skills and certification in driving trucks in this country. And all of this you have done in 4 years. You played with time by sacrificing your focus to the things that matter the most. Comparing your life 4 years in Finland and 17 years in South Africa, which one has been most productive?
They are both.
Productive?
Very much.
Which one would you say adds most value to you?
South Africa.
Which one, knowing what you already know about the two countries, would you prefer conveniently, if all conditions are fulfilled, would you live in?
If all conditions. South Africa.
If everything is put in its places, the round pegs in the round holes, the square pegs in the square hole, you will leave Finland to live for South Africa.
Yes.
Forget about being a citizen of Finland.
Yes. No. I will not forfeit that because when it's given, it's given. When you're talking about settling down, like where you want to be.
The reason why I ask this question is that we have come to the conversation in the Stephen Ikebude Show where people think that when you get the Finnish citizenship, your life is sorted. Is that true?
Yes. It is sorted if you are prepared for the settlement. I am not boasting. I have my plans. Wisdom is like a bag. It's a personal deal. You carry your own how you want to carry. You can cross it this way. You can carry it on the right or on the left. You can hang it on your neck. You can tie it on your waist. The way I have carried mine, I am not looking at... Whenever I get into any year, I see the next year. I'm in 2026. This is April. I'm saying 2027.
Already.
What I'm talking about is future. That's why I did these things. I'm not getting any younger. I have 2 professions, mine in Finland, that I studied with proof of the papers and practical part. I can drive truck until whenever I'm tired.
So true.
I checked properly. This is a job that age does not affect.
Not really.
That is my...
But they even need your experience.
Good. That is what I checked. Plus my long-time experience in driving. I've driven on the right, I've driven on the left.
You are going to make me quote Edward. We call him Professor. You know, Edward said most of the time people fail in Finland because they do not do their needed research.
That's true.
We come from different parts of Africa carrying certificates given to us by another man or woman, expecting it to open the doors. Reuben Odote, an episode I had with him, he made mention that we are not working enough for that which we think we deserve. You are here telling us that there is a vacuum of what is needed from what we have. We come carry certificates. We are master's degree holders. We are this.
Let me say something. I am not bad-mouthing any country. My country, Nigeria, I have every right to use it as an example. Most people are electrical, or
engineers. Yes, elect.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Yes.
How many times have you been given anything to fix, to prepare?
We don't. We don't have practical
You go
knowledge.
to the classroom and sit down. I have a nephew that is studying the same thing and working in the same firm. He's less than 23 years old. He told himself that I'm going to be studying this and I'm going to be practicalizing it. And I told him to carry on, that he's not going to finish there. He will come to Finland to add value to what he's doing. Because when he comes here as a student, he's covered with me.
Yes.
Even if he's not going to be paid, I will pay for him in a place where he can be doing practicals while he goes to school. Let him give his time to the study.
But there are people here who have the elect.
Practical and otherwise, still.
They don't have the practical. That's the problem. They have the scholarly, the theoretical.
That is where they are throwing away their future. Because going to that amati school now, you know more than your teacher.
In writing.
Your teacher knows more than you in practical. So if you are very intelligent in the theory part, and you are being told about the practicals, you have the opportunity to know about the practicals. Everything is there. Nobody is saying bring this or pay money for this. When you get there, they give you everything you need to do that thing and win with it. Your teacher will recommend you. Your teacher might even say, in fact, this guy is not even supposed to go work anywhere, or we retain him in this school. Or there, the teacher can write a letter and send to. These people are sitting in offices and we don't know what they are worth. A letter from your school that this guy is something else. Companies will look for you. You won't look for a job. Finland is that good.
Yes. But you have just seen the goodness in 4 years. How many years do you think a person who is coming to Finland should be or to have? What age would you recommend anybody coming to Finland who wants to go through this route that you have gone through?
To stay or to be?
To stay. Like, if you're coming to Finland, some people set age limits. Don't japa if you are 40, 45, or 50. In your own experience, you have used the word that you are not young. You have used that you cannot do cleaning because of your age. So you have amplified the age. Do you have any age number anybody should have before coming abroad?
No. The earlier, the better.
The earlier, the better. But there is no age.
There's no age limit. The earlier, the better. If you are old, not very old, if you are old and still active, experience will give you a better ground to roll, not even to roll.
What is the one bad thing you have seen about Finland that you know is not bad? Culturally different, but does not encourage immigrants who want to stay here.
Language.
Language.
Nothing else.
That is the only thing that discourages us from tapping the opportunities that are here.
Language, because in most cases you might have the required the needed requirements.
Would you say Finland is anti-immigrant? Would you say so?
I don't want to say directly, I want to use a word. So as I was saying, you might have the needed requirements for a certain job and you are called for Hastatelu. When you
Hastatelu
interview.
Is it Hasta or Hasta?
Hasta. It's double a Hastatelu.
My brother, please, if you are enjoying this episode and you think you deserve to be on this seat as a guest, what we do here is conversation. Are you under any pressure saying what you are saying?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I am asking
I
you.
thought you were asking someone else. What pressure? With smiles and some juice.
What we have even used to do dedication, we don't finish the drink. Don't be advert with the duo.
No.
You know, but the point is, these conversations amplify what we need as a community to survive. I had a very good episode with Deji Shitabe. He lives in Petasare. And Deji told me something. Deji was among the first people who came to the show. You know, he also has a podcast. Staff Toby, you guys should check it out. Deji said that there are people who will watch my show from Nigeria, come to Finland, and be a guest on the show. He foresaw the future because he knew the impact that what we discuss is going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I know somebody who has followed the show from Nigeria, who has even commented in the show and said she is going to be in Finland soon to begin her studies. The day it will happen, I don't know when, but I'm hopeful that that vision that they just saw will come to pass.
It has come to pass.
What I want to ask you, from your experience of living in Finland in 4 years and accumulating this much professional acquisition of skills and knowledge and certification, do you think that those who are here, because where we are coming from, we believe in theory, and people have accumulated years studying masters and PhD. Many are already trapped. Many have become bitter to Finland that they didn't get jobs. Now you have mentioned that language is one thing you know debilitates our community from ascension into the Finnish economy. What is the way out from your experience? Way out of this factor of language?
Thank you for that question. It won't take me time to answer. You took me in your car today.
Yes, I did.
I also rode on it yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
It's a very nice car, very comfortable. I saw the flow.
Yes.
if we put petrol in that car and face this way, and this is to Pietarsaari, and this way is to Helsinki, and we start firing, full tank of petrol, you're firing, no speed limit, nothing. We left early in the morning to get there by maybe 9 o'clock and have breakfast. We are going to Helsinki, but we're heading this way. Do you think we'll ever get to Helsinki?
No.
So when we realize we are not on the right track, what do?
We turn back. We make a U-turn.
Short and simple. We will realize by seeing a sign. Maybe the GPS will tell us you are
rerouting.
Yeah.
Rerouting.
Yeah, exactly. And it will show you, withdraw, and give you a circle where you will turn and start going back. That's what we are doing. We are being a GPS to people who have been either misled or following by themselves the wrong routes.
Yes.
Age is numbers only. So long as you're still here and active, I remember saying that. Retrace your steps. Finland is so good with education that they have adult education schools.
Yes.
You will not get there and be older than your mates. When you get there, you will see you are a baby. You are there with your fellow daddies and fellow mommies. You know,
a tree does not outgrow the land or clan or village.
In South Africa, my classmates, some of them could be my kids. None of my teachers was driving the car I was coming to school with. I was hungry for something. I didn't feel anything. I'll come to the class. I had a boy as a friend, a boy. I will pass by his place to pick him up because I'm not good with mathematics. The guy is wonderful. I don't know how I lost his contact. He should be an engineer now. I will leave my place. This is my place. This is the road to school. I will leave my place and come to his place to pick him, and then we go back and then go to school. I will not bring him back. There's free transport for students, but there's a reason I'll pick him up. So we can sit together and I'll be learning from him. What is pride? So one of the problems we have is pride. When we start having that mentality and begin to let it come out from our mouth, do you know how long I've been here? This Steve, I was here when Steve came.
Yes.
And then most of us were here when I came. There are people who have come after me that are doing better financially.
Yes. What about those who are even born in the land that we came?
You know. So the way out I'm suggesting to us is retrace your steps. Buy from our ideas on this platform. You can also be a guest.
Yes.
Give us your own peace of mind.
Yes.
In truth, in every honesty. We are not here to deceive anybody.
No.
The Stephen Ikebude I know, and in the Stephen Ikebude show, there won't be any difference. It will be the Stephen Ikebude that I know.
Live experiences.
I'm not saying it because he's here.
You don't have to, there is no research to do. It's what you have lived that you're talking about.
That's my piece.
We are rounding this up, and we're going to round it up in a good note. And I'm happy that you amplified. It wasn't where I was hoping that this conversation was going to go, but you went there. And I'm happy you did. I have 2 degrees from this country. I have a bachelor's degree from Social Services, Diaconia University of Applied Sciences. I have a master's degree from the University of Eastern Finland, UNSO campus, where I studied border crossings. I don't use those 2 degrees to earn any income. What is shortchanging me is the same thing you mentioned now, language. My wife and I and our family moved from UNSU to Vaasa. What I have as a bachelor's degree in social services can function here in Vaasa. I did internship in Familia OU in Sundom. They have a Perehe Pavelu unit. I've worked with Deborah OU. All of these companies right now that I've mentioned are still here in Vaasa. Deborah sold a part of their caregiving part to Maggie Linen. But for me to be gainfully employed, this is my own story. You know, I told you guys, my story will come in parts when I have guests to share. The last company I worked in Finland using my certification to work was Deborah OU. So when they sold their caregiving units to Meilainen contacted me. They required me to have the two languages. Because one of the things we don't consider is that the languages of the land determines the kind of services that the people in that land are going to need. And our usefulness as employees is practically needed based on what we provide. Not what we are entitled to, not what we deserve.
This is the papers we're carrying around.
Yes. I have degrees, but I cannot use them to the gainful usefulness of the clients who are going to pay.
Because you are going to serve the Finns.
Yes.
Population
Yes.
of your people.
Yes.
Of the, what is it called? The service
Users.
Finns.
Yes. And in this case now in Vaasa, there are Swedish-speaking Finns and Finnish-speaking Finns. So they required me to speak Swedish, even though my entry level of Finnish is good enough. I don't know Swedish.
You see?
That was when I turned into today a taxi driver here in Vaasa, and I own a company that renders services. So everything you have mentioned here is relatable. Everything you have said here is nothing but the truth. We know it. And many of us who carry these degrees also know that if we are put in positions that we think we deserve, many of us will not serve to the optimal level required of us.
Of course.
But we hide it under they don't want us. That is my own reality. It may not be the same for you. So I told myself the truth and I sought the next level, which is practical skills. Taxi driving is practical. I had to go to the study for it. I went to Taxiva as a co-lutus to learn about taxi driving. I did their program, intensive program of about 10 hours. I paid for it. Again, you have to pay. You mentioned paying the price.
It could be time, it could be money, it could be...
Today, I earn an income through taxi driving. Yes, I own the company that gives the services.
Yeah.
I am the only person that is gainfully employed in my company. So, and which is true for many other natives. Nonetheless, it puts food on my table. So if you live in Finland, if you are planning to come to Finland, if you have lived in Finland for so long and trapped, everything you have said here is we cannot continue to go the wrong route
And expecting
to arrive at the destination of our desire.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. Pride always comes before a fall. And 2026 is a different kind of year for everybody. It's tough economically for everybody. It's tough even for the old ones who have lived here or who are living here. Even the guy who pays us the stipend, the welfare support, is getting tired. So I thank you for amplifying this knowledge.
I want you in your own voice again. I am not the host anyway, but I want you in your own voice again. Kick on this pride It is one deadly killer of our people, of immigrants. This person that is talking to you, I had workers that I paid salaries. Trucks were parked in front of my shop.
In South Africa?
Yes. Trucks were parked in front of my shops. And the offloading. During COVID-19, I wasn't sleeping. My phone was ringing. I had the license from the government to open. There was no business. Locked down all over the world. I was operating. I caught COVID. In case somebody tells you that COVID never existed, it's a lie. I got it. Dealt with me. My workers were all over. We were servicing the biggest government hospital in Durban. It's called Eddington Hospital. Whatever I'm telling you, I will call names and addresses. Whoever lives in Durban that does not know Eddington Hospital.
Durban is Durban for people like us who speak the native
South Africa,
English.
yeah. You know, paying people.
But you stepped down when you came here.
That pride has to be, it doesn't need to be killed, it has to be crushed.
Do we turn this pride into hating Finland?
It will build a lot of nonsense in your head. You will see some. Let me give you an example. As a taxi driver, I don't know if you had such experience or if it happens in taxis. In Wolt, I talk from what I do. I did Wolt even yesterday before coming to Vasa. I took an order from Malmi and I found myself in Puhios Haga.
You're the other side.
And my wife was sending me a message, we are ready, waiting for you. I didn't respond. I was on the freeway coming back. You might receive a task of, let's say, 4 kilometers, and then there will be another one added to it, like 3 kilometers. When you're driving, you will see you have driven more than 10 kilometers just going, and you have not arrived. On the circle, turn left. On the top, take the first exit. You will keep turning the first exit until you see you've driven 15 kilometers, just going. And on your way back, there's nothing to pick. While you are now coming back, you're not happy, you are frustrated. And then somebody will be in front of you, following the speed limit of 30 or 40, and you will think the car is not moving because you are frustrated, you are angry. You will be swearing at the person for nothing. Frustration. So pride will build a bank of frustration on your head, and you begin to hate your lover. I'm done.
This thing, no, what you just said now was one of the homily Reverend Father Leonard, Reverend Father Leo, said to us in Vasa, in Hutoniamin Church. He's our current Catholic parish priest here in Poyama. He used himself as an example when he was talking about anger that has no basis. He said he used the analogy. He mentioned that the fact that he put water in the cup while watching TV, and he left the cup on the floor. And when he was done watching the TV, he wanted to move. Unknowingly, the water in the cup is spilled on the floor. And he was mad and angry at himself. But then after taking care of the spill, he was not asking himself, why was it angry? Like, anger at your own self for what you know you did.
Punishing yourself for
yes. Nothing. So now, with this analogy you gave, it's the same. We're angry at the wrong people. We're angry at the wrong country. We're angry at a place that are giving us so much.
We conclude quickly. I remember there was a point where I said, Hastatelu, when you go for that interview and you are interviewed and you did not do well, you will not be taken. When you leave the place, it is not a good news that you went for something you are looking for and you didn't get it.
No, it's not.
It is painful.
Yes.
And I have series of emails. After proper check-in and we have chosen blah, 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 you can follow up, we'll keep your application. I told you today, if I show you the applications I've sent, you ask me when did you start sending this?
But you've not given up.
Why would I give up? Have I found what I'm looking for?
And you don't complain about it.
I'm not a quitter.
So
I'm not a loser.
you have 2 professional degrees. No job on those 2. Yet you're not hating on the country. You're not hating on the institution that gave you those degrees. Who then will you blame?
I blame no one. It is just time. I'm marking time. If I wake up in the morning, I take my car and go do votes. The money I make from votes every day, in Nigeria, I will not make that money every day.
Is what a plus for immigrants in Finland?
Yes.
Why then did we lose Foodora?
Market competition. Uber Eats is coming.
For those in Helsinki.
For Finland. Okay, it's open. The application is only open for Finland.
That's my big regret about the Foodora closure. If another company has bought the Foodora operations in Finland, it would have been nationalized. Uber Eats, we want to try a big city first.
Yeah.
And then all of the people who are partners of Foodora in different cities, we don't know what to do if they don't have votes.
Yeah, votes will continue.
Yes, but many of the Foodora partners do not have vote accounts. So it's quite painful in a time where the economic situation of the country is tough.
So what if Uber Eats is not coming at all? So the thing now is the application is open and they are really going to take people because wherever they've been from information, they knock out votes.
We got this. You mentioned vote now in several contexts and how satisfied you are doing it to keep up.
To keep up.
Yes,
I am not satisfied.
Yeah, but to keep up, to be able to put food on the table, pay your normal living cost, and I'm
not fall sick.
Yes,
because I'm a very active person. If I will stay like that.
Do you see native Finns doing what?
Only one elderly man that uses it as leisure. He gets more money from tips, even more than the main job. The man is in his late 60s.
So why do natives Finns why do they avoid doing what?
It is normal with natives in their countries. Back home in Nigeria, there are jobs. Those days, before they say Ghana must go, they used to carry these hand sewing machines.
Yes.
No Nigerian will carry that machine. In Igbo land, you will not take Aboki's box, bakara, the polishing shoe. And Aboki is taking care of his family from it. They are taking our job. They are taking our everything in South Africa. When you give a South African cleaning job to do, they will not do it. I know how much I paid to fix one of my my most loved, the Timberland shoe that I wore the day we went to the Asa end of year party. I love that shoe. I know how I paid 34 euros to sew it. Back home, I will slap a booking and give him 200. After sewing it, he will polish it. I paid 34 euros
for it.
So will you do shoemaking? Will you be a cobbler in Nigeria?
So the things that we say the natives do not do, these are human things that also we will not do back home.
A Finn that is working in some restaurants earns less than a World Korea partner, but they look down on the World Korea partner. If you get to McDonald's or wherever to pick order, you will come in with a smile. The person will just frown their face. Even immigrants will frown and just say, "What number?" Rudely looking down on you while you earn more than her or him.
Do you guys leave these complaints with Wolt?
Wolt will not do anything.
Why?
What will they do?
I did Wolt here in Vasa.
I complain. Personally, I complain. Because if for any reason I am reported, I will be punished by Wolt. So what do? A customer snatched a bag from my hand. And on a normal ground, I'll just make him bleed. And he banged the door. I looked at myself. I shook my head. I said, I took the decision. I was not forced. And at your own pace. If I wanted, I would go home, take a shot of cognac, eat, and relax. 1 hour from that space, I might have lost 20 euros, which is some meal for me. So, endurance. Pride. Most of us have this Wolt app. They are not using it. Most of them have been withdrawn. They have been deactivated. They had it. One of my schoolmates then told me that the wife had the app. And I was like, yeah, let's go do it. This is what I do immediately after school every day. You see me running out from the class to catch up. He said he tried, and the wife was like, if you're doing this thing, when I pass by the street and see you, I wouldn't even do like I know it, as if I know you. And then, what did you say? Did she say she won't marry you anymore? He said, no. Then, what's your decision? His decision was to accept, and he stayed at home.
Wow. Wow. Is he married to a Finn?
Yeah. So what I was doing those days, our school was in Pasila. Lunchtime, we will go to Prisma, go to the Haviland, have lunch. When we're about to go, I'll say, let's go upstairs. We'll go upstairs, I would buy one sneakers. Now we ask him which one is fine. He will show me, do you like it? He says, I will buy my size.
Because you have your earning.
I will buy my size. He saw me, he will see me spending money. When I had my baby shower, he came. He was just looking at me.
You earn your living. You do the work.
The next day I called him after my friends are gone, except one. I'm even planning to go what? That's when he was like, Baba, you work like somebody who's owing the bank. I said, yes, I owe more than the bank. Oh. So that's that, my brothers. Retrace your steps. That's it. Burn pride. Crush it. Flush it.
What should we expect of you going forward?
I will come back to Stephen Ikebude Show to testify to the glory of God, not to boast, if not for God. I will come to testify that those sacrifices, those prices I paid, has paid me back. God has blessed me with a job. It's a testimony. If you need any information, communicate. Stephen Ikebude can reach me. I'm open to any question. I want to help people, unless I don't have it. Whatever I have, I share.
You have done your fair share.
Yeah, so
information, as you said, it leads to transformation. We have shared lived experiences here today. And many who live here in Finland can tell you that everything that we have shared here are known facts and they are relatable. You know, our hope is that it will do that spark for many of us to retrace our steps and be able to position ourselves for better. Everything that we deserve in Finland, we have to work for it. And when we do so, they are happy to hand it over to us. Because the way the system is built, it is built placing everybody as equals so that we can all have our fair share. You are not entitled to anything that you have not worked for. I tell you this from experience. I have gotten my hands dirty. Sometimes it has even brought me much more dirty than I thought. And I have to deal with it. Denzel Washington is an American artist who is known for always dropping wise saying. And one of the wise saying that he gave that I really forget is that the one who prays for rain must be ready to deal with the mud.
Yeah, true.
We cannot be hoping for Finland to be the best country in the world for us without willing to do our own fair share of work. Thank you to you, particularly you that is watching this video. This is a very long one. I will do my best to post this particular video first before the part A and part B. This one, particularly for my community here in Finland, will do us much more good than the migration story you have shared about South Africa. Yes, that one has its own pluses, but I have a particular interest for my community here in Finland. The immediacy of this information cannot be kept for tomorrow. So I will post this part 3, this Finnish version, Finland-based edition first, so that we will begin to have that miracle happen for us and begin to retrace our steps. This is a beautiful country. Not so many countries in the world function like this country called Finland. And one of the ways that we can make it work for us is for us to get the skills that are in need, not the certificate that has been signed for us by others that are not applicable here. This is not to discount those who go for those scholarly, educational, theoretical, or white-collar jobs. But one thing I have come to know living in Finland is that not all roads are managed by the federal government. Some roads in this country are owned yksityinen.
Individually.
They are owned by private people and managed by private. While some roads are owned by the municipalities, and the federal roads are owned by and managed by the federal government. So we do not have one stroke for all. To each its own. And my prayer is that that which our hearts truly desires shall come to pass.
Amen.
One, thank you for this one. It was really nice having this conversation with you. Ọ mmadụ ka ị bụ ịkpọrọ akpọ isiri ike.